Hi.
So thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
Something I didn't get to ask Brad about is what are we going to see about Jack and Billy in The Empty? There was a big tease at the end of last season with Billy.
Can't tell you.
Can't tell you. Okay. Will we see Billy back?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's enough.
I was telling another at the other table, we've created for ourselves several different versions. We know what the end is, but the way to get there are a couple of versions of each turn of the road, and we haven't always settled on where we're going. We know how to get, we do know where we're going, we don't know exactly how we're going. So part of it is we can't tell you certain things because it ruins the surprise.
Is that a challenge to still be doing a show that has 20 episodes when it seems that every other show is starting to go with the 13, 10, or even 8?
Well, I think for us, in this show, it's a luxury. One, because we don't want it to end as quickly, so it's nice to be able to drag it out. We have a lot of pieces of narrative to service, so we need the time, the footage. But I think it's kind of just a luxury to spend more time with people we've seen in the past that we want to bring back, and our guys right here. So yeah, I think it's a good thing for us.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were doing 23 episodes a year, we were pretty much comatose at the end of every season. Because the writers had no break. I mean, the actors could go away for 2 weeks or 2 months. We would get like 3 weeks. We'd have to go right back and start playing it. It was a killer. So, but 20 is about good.
Brad said there will be a lot of experimental and new elements to this season. Are you able to tease what any of those are?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Experiment.
Just not necessarily playing the hits, but bringing some new stuff in.
You mentioned the word romance, too.
Yes.
The what?
You
Romance?
mentioned the word romance.
I did?
Yeah.
Completely. Either they're all messing with me, and everyone else knows something I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I think there is a big surprise that I don't think anyone will expect further down. But the elements of the show that have made the show so good and that make people like it, we're keeping them. I mean, we're exploiting them as much as we can.
At the panel, you said something that I thought was really interesting. I wonder if you might be able to elaborate on that. This season is like living life in quicksand. Can you explain that phrase?
Well, first of all, the boys have been told by Chuck, and they take this very personally, it unsettles them, that everything they've done, and he messes with their minds, is been preordained by him. So they all feel like their lives are a total sham, that nothing about what they've done is authentic, and they question their own identity. So one thing they always had was this burning outrage, this mission to accomplish. But now they've been told it's been preordained by Chuck what's going to happen. Cass at some point will tell them, yes, this is quite a shock, but in fact, it's what life is for everybody alive. Some things, you would have done the same thing whether it was preordained or not. You didn't know when you hit that crossroad whether to go left or right. You encountered an obstacle. Yes, Chuck may have put that obstacle there and it wasn't just in nature, but what is God other than, this inexplicable force? No matter how Chuck markets himself, he's doing what the God that we all, or some of us worship, does anyway. So he tries to talk them off the ledge of doubting everything they do and every move they make. He says, you have to pretend and behave exactly as you've behaved for the last 15 years. Because really nothing's changed. He's just messing with your head. But psychologically, they feel like this is all, and this may not have happened to you, but there have been times in my life where I think, what if this is all an illusion?
Yeah.
And that sort of messes me up for a while. And I think that's what they're playing with, is anything they do, is it real beyond the moment they're in it? Is this all smoke and mirrors? And that's what I meant by quicksand, is they don't feel the same conviction that they had before, because they think it might all just be fantasy smoke.
It's a big concept.
It kind of, I'm in therapy, so
So am I.
yeah.
Is there a reason that everything that's happening now is happening now, or is it literally just that Chuck thinks this is the end of the story, so this is the time it has to
Chuck
happen?
wants to make it the end of the story, so he is agitating and being very punitive. I mean, he is behind the scenes manipulating as much as he can. You know, it won't go well for him in many ways. I think he'll be disappointed, but he's still the prime mover. But now that they know the rules, they are able to adjust in different ways than they did before. Their mindset is now different about what they're doing.
So the season finale, I feel like they were totally alone. Will we be seeing any more allies, either returning allies from previous seasons or new ones? And could you give us a clue as to who they might be?
I'm trying to think if there is anyone. No, there will be a recurrence of old enemies and old friends. That's all I can say.
It's a good sentiment.
You thought about telling us.
Then I have to go back and live with these people. Well, they're going to be fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.